Hey!
I just got off school and today we're going to be installing
those things.
They're really awesome. I love the looks of them. And they're not extremely hard to... Crazy dog. Anyway, they're not extremely hard to install, like I said. It just takes a little... I can't talk today. Anyway, it just takes a little bit of time to get them exactly in the place that you want them to be in, and make sure they're not, they don't give you a blind spot, stuff like that. So we're gonna get going on.
Why can I not talk? Why? Come on.
So we're gonna get ready to install these. Shouldn't take too long. Hoping it'll be a fairly short video.
I don't even need to say all this.
Let's just get started.
Okay, so just like with everything, let's
go ahead and get started with the product that we've got here. That's the little
controller thingy.
That's got like all of the different lights and everything. Color strobe, color fade, color cycle, and beat. That beat is you can connect it to your radio and it'll like play with your radio. Red, green, blue, white, and then all the different shades. Dimmer, on and off, really simple, easy. Okay, moving on. This is the control box. This is where the lights are going to be connected to, and then this is a cable for, like, if you want to plug this into the sensor on your door, so like for when you open up your door, the lights will come on that way, or you can just run it directly to your oh, why can I not talk? Goodness. The fuse box. That's what I was trying to say. Fuse box. Okay, anyway, this cable right here you can plug into your whatever you want to call it, your cigarette lighter or whatever in your car, and then plug this into the control box and then turn these on, or push the little button just to make sure your lights work before you go like drilling holes in your car and stuff trying to install these and then find out that they don't work. This is just a little safety thing just to make sure your lights work. Okay, moving on. Here's the actual, these are interior lights, by the way. These are the interior lights. I have some other lights that I'm going to show you guys. But yeah, these are the interior lights. They've got a little sticky thing on the back right here. You just pull this off, stick it on there, and then this part plugs right into here just like so. So it's really easy. You're probably thinking, that's not very long. I got you. This is extension cable, so you just plug it into either side, and then it plugs directly into your control box.
So easy cheesy, got all that.
Okay, fuses. Here we go. This is the fuse, and then they give you 3 of these because every car, well, not every car, but there's 3 different types of fuses, so you're gonna need those. Why do I have 2 of these? Oh, yeah, one of these is for the exterior lights. I'll be showing you those in a second.
You gotta have these.
Because you have to be able to mount these. Okay, and then I don't know why I have. Oh, these are the mounts. So move this stuff out of the way. These are mounts. They come with little screws to like drill a hole wherever you want to. If you don't want to use the adhesive sticky thingy, but this will just mount wherever you want it to go. There's a little screw that goes right in the middle. You just screw it in there, put this thing right in the middle of it, and then zip tie it right through there. Super easy, super nice, super quick. I really love these. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so these are the exterior. This is one of the exterior light bars.
It's really big.
Really big. Let's do it. Really big.
Really awesome.
The little thing on the end of it. This is the cable. Cable in. Cable. But it's really awesome. Offsetting. Really cool. This is just the. Why is it not focusing? Do I have the manual? Oh, come on. Okay, this one right here is 3 foot, and then with the kit, I got 2 of the 3 foot and then 2 that were 4 foot long. They're perfect sizes. I mean, it couldn't be better. It fits my car perfectly. I mean, I guess if you're driving like an SUV or something, it wouldn't be suitable, but it works great. They're amazing. Okay, also, forgot to show you all this. It's like an adhesive booster thing. It's like a little wet wipe thingy that you rub on your... I cleaned all my panels before I stuck the adhesives on them. I guess if you just want to use that, you can just use that. But if you don't want to use that, then I guess that's pretty much it. So, I mean, op 7. Oh, cool. Let's get, like, installing these. Okay.
Step number 1, unhook the battery. Yeah, you want to make sure you unhook your battery. Otherwise, you'll get really shocking results.
I'm very funny.
Okay, step number 2, after you've done that, this is the fuse. I've already unhooked, or taken the little cover off the fuse box. Find a fuse that works for you. It doesn't matter what you're using. I guess if you want to turn them on, if you want them to come on when your car comes on, find a fuse that will come on when your car comes on. That's kind of self-explanatory. I mean, really, come on. Self-explanatory. That's easy. Okay, but what I did is I pulled the one out for the horn because I didn't want them to, because I don't want them to be on all the time when my car's on.
So, or what? I can't talk. I'm sorry, guys. I can't talk today.
But I put the one in there for the horn because I just wanted them to be on when I wanted them to be on. Does that make sense? Yes, let's move on. Okay, so you're going to take the fuse out. I don't think anybody can see this. Let me zoom up on this a little bit. I took the fuse out. This is going to go in here just like this. Make sure you have the right fuse connector thingy and majigger. Okay, now this right here, there's a little bitty, I still don't think anybody can see this. But this is the little fuse connector. And then you're gonna have, I've already got all this hooked up, so just bear with me. You're kind of doing, I'm kind of having to do all of this stuff backwards, explain it all backwards. So these cables right here connect to your control box.
Oh, why did they come on? I don't mean for them to come on. Okay.
This is the little control box. I already showed this to you guys. You know what this is. This is the control box. There's a little cable that's gonna plug into here. I'll show it to you guys in just a second. Just bear with me. There's a cable that plugs into here, and you're going to run this to, oh goodness, you're going to run that cable all the way up here to the fuse connector. Now this fuse connector, that little plug is just going to slip right inside the fuse connector. It's very easy to connect. The issue that I had was plugging this fuse connector the right direction. It's not like you can't plug it in this way and expect it to work. It won't come on. You have to make sure, and if it's not working for you, just switch it around. Play with it, switch it around, make sure your fuse is working, put it in a different fuse, just try whatever. Also, if you've got it in a fuse that only works when your battery's turned on, like when your key's on, you might want to have to turn the key on because that
might be smart.
Because obviously that's the only time the fuse comes on. Anyway, let's move on.
I see the light. Okay, so this right here, this whole piece that runs on the back side of your car, that's called a firewall.
I drilled a hole through the firewall into the inside of my car. You may not want to do that. If you want to run it like on the inside of a panel or something like that, you can. I mean, it's totally up to you how you want to cord this or to wire it. I like to just make it
super easy.
Well, I guess I didn't make it
Super easy. I went the hard way around, but it's gonna look better, obviously.
If you don't have it running through a panel. It's also going to not get weathered as much if you've got it underneath the hood. But these are, I guess, fairly heat resistant. They're not gonna like just melt.
In your engine hood?
Or in your engine box. You just gotta make sure that they're not touching up against anything hot. Because I did have that happen with one of mine. Stuck it.
Excuse me, I got gas to it.
Stuck it up against one of the pieces on the engine and it melted it. So I had to rewire all of that. That was a pain. So, but anyway, this fuse, you should have this fuse connected and these connected to your lights.
Now let's move on.
Okay, so I've actually got the lights on right now. You can actually see where I've got it mounted up underneath it there. So I've got all these cables in here. You might be asking, okay, explain what the cables are. Well, I'm gonna do that. Just hold up. Hold your horses. Okay, so these cables are all extensions. And they are extensions from my little LED bars. So, like for instance, this one right here comes out of the LED bar and it connects into this little connector right here, just like I showed you before, and it runs all the way down through here. You can see I didn't cover that one up too well, and it's in here and it goes all into this mess and then connects again right there. Super easy. Connects back into the control box. Anyway, that's, I don't know if you guys can see this. Yeah, you guys can see this. See this little cable right here? This plugs into the control box. That's the little round circular cable that I was talking about just a minute ago, and it's all wire tied together just like this. And then that is going to run, I've got a little hole, you can see my little hole. Yes, excuse my bad drilling job, but yeah, that's the little hole that it runs into, goes through the firewall, and then connects to the, I remembered what it was. It's the fuse box that connects to the fuse box. So, that's that. if you guys, I don't know how else to explain this because I've already done it and it's really hard to explain backwards. So if you guys have questions, please ask me. This is a comment and answer or question and answer type video. You ask me questions, I'll answer your questions. And also in the future, or my next video, I might spend a few minutes answering some of your questions on the videos. So just subscribe to me and I will answer your questions in the next video or just in the comments below. But that's pretty much how you wire everything together. So let's move on to mounting and doing all of that good stuff, mounting your lights. So I guess we'll start with the interior lights. But first of all, before you go sticking stuff in your car, I suggest putting tape on the put a bunch of tape from here all the way down and just stick your LED on there for now. And then once your LED's on there, plug it in, plug it up, make sure it's working, and test and make sure that's the spot you want. Because once you've got that adhesive on there, it's not going to be easy getting that off. Well, it's probably going to be easy getting it off, but then you've wasted your
adhesive.
So you're going to have to screw screws in there. Just make sure it's in the right position before you take that adhesive and stick it on there. This is actually one of the exterior lights that I took from the exterior and put it on the interior. What's wrong with that? So I mounted this in 3 locations. I put these in. Those are the little mounts that come with your kit. I just screwed those on and then zip tied those on there. And then on this side, see that little screw right there? I just screwed it right into the top of the panel. So we'll go back over here. There we go. You can see it. So that's that. Okie dokie. So these are the lights that are underneath the I don't know what you call this, the outside of the car. That's the side that does have the cable. You can barely see the cable coming out the end. I'll get them up close on that in just a minute. So I've got 3 mounts. I've got one right there, one right here, and one right there. So I've got those mounted in there and then just zip tied on. Some cars it might be really easy to mount that. It took me hours. I'm talking hours, long hard hours of work to get these mounted underneath of here, because for one, my jack will not go up underneath this car. It sits so low to the ground. Number 2, I can't fit my drill just up underneath of here to drill this in because it's so low. My drill won't fit. So I had to jack the car up with the car jack. Try to use that thing if your big jack does not work. And if you don't even have a big jack, that's the jack to use. But if you can fit a drill up underneath of there, fit your drill up underneath of there, drill a hole in there, drill it really small though, it has to be like that big. Because if you drill a hole that's too big, your screws are not going to fit. But that's how you mount those on the outside. And then I've got this wired up underneath of here. Let's see. Right here.
Right there.
Yep, up there's the wire. I've got it mounted up underneath of there, but I've got that running up through the engine box of the car. It runs up through here and then right into the engine box. So you can see the cables coming out right there. You know the little control box that's up underneath of here? Use that thing and connect them just like you did the interior lights. So this is the color that matches my car the closest. I prefer the lights to be matched with your paint job.
So first of all, we've got red, we've got an orange, yellow, like a neon. These are both like neon green or yellowy colors. And then we've got like completely green. You can't really see that on camera too much. It looks so much better in real life. And then we go to just shades of greenish blue, and then there's like the darkest blue, and then it changes to purples all the way down to bright pink. So that's your colors, and then you've got white. White, I mean, it looks pretty good. It's just a plain white light. I actually think they're really neat looking in white, but since that's the color of my car, I leave it in that. So you've got dimmers as well. They can be dimmed all the way down to nothing, which is off. And then all the way back up to full brightness. And then you've got color strobe, which can be cycled through. You can do any color in the color strobe, but it's just, I mean, obviously strobing the color.
Please do not, that's illegal right there. It's illegal in the United States to have cars on your lights that match the American flag. So if you have like strobing red lights, I mean, that could be mistaken for police cars. Here's color fade. It just fades through all of the colors on the board. And using the dimmer, you can actually speed up the way it fades through. As you can tell, they're speeding up. You can get them really fast. I mean, to where it's almost like a strobe with like multiple colors. So I think that's pretty unique. I'm sure other lights can do that, but I mean, this is really great, and they're not that expensive. And then color cycle, it just changes through this cycle. They can be sped up and slowed down just like the other ones with the dimmer. That's all the way slowed down. I think it's pretty neat looking. If you wanted, I personally like the color fade slowed all the way down because it's a lot more smooth, and if you're wanting to go through all of your colors. I don't have the beat setting connected with my car yet because I don't have a stereo connected to it. So I might show an upcoming video where I've got my stereo connected to my car. So please subscribe. But yeah, and also like I said, if you have any questions, please comment. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't like it,
give it a thumbs down and tell me how I can improve it. Don't just call me a ricer and tell me how bad the video was.
But please tell me how to improve my videos, because like I said,
It's all about learning.
so but just love your life, love your car, and as always,
Peace out.